In the desert, there's one rule. You can steal gold. You can steal a camel. Maybe they forgive you. Maybe they kill you. But there is one thing you never, ever touch: the water. Water is the blood of the desert. To poison a well or steal the last water skin from a caravan, that's not theft. That's a declaration of war on an entire tribe. The worst betrayal imaginable. And for that betrayal, there was a special execution. The executioner wasn't a man. The executioner was the desert itself. They didn't kill you quickly. They buried you up to your neck at the foot of a singing dune, left an empty water skin nearby, and made you watch. Watch as tons of sand, slowly, inch by inch, day by day, crept towards you to bury you alive. This is the story of the slowest revenge in the world, the execution of the Shifting Dune. The story always starts at an oasis, not just a patch of water and trees, the heart of a people, the only reason life is possible in a sea of fire. And in one such oasis lived a man whose greed was greater than his sense. He saw the well not as a source of life for all, but as a source of power for one. Maybe he was an outsider. Maybe he was one of their own. It doesn't matter. One night, under a cold desert moon, he made his move. He didn't poison it with herbs. That would be too quick. He used something worse: salt. Bags and bags of it, poured into the heart of the oasis, making the life-giving water toxic and undrinkable for generations. The discovery the next morning was not met with loud anger, but with a cold, terrifying silence. The children who cried from thirst, the elders who knew this was a death sentence. The tribe was dead. The man had killed them all without spilling a drop of blood. Finding him was easy. In the desert, there's nowhere to hide. The trial was even easier. There was only one possible sentence. He wasn't beaten. He wasn't stoned. The elders of the tribe simply pointed to the horizon, to the great Barshan dunes. The tribe believed the dunes were alive, not gods, but something older. Great, hungry waves of sand that moved across the world. What better place for a man who killed an oasis? They gave him back to the desert he tried to murder. Day one, the burial. They don't just put you in the sand. They dig a hole deep enough for you to stand in, then pack the sand around you, tight, so tight you can barely breathe, a living statue of terror. Then they leave. Not a word. They just turn and walk away, their figures getting smaller and smaller until they vanish into the heat haze. You're alone, just you, the sun, and the mountain of sand in front of you. Day two, the thirst. The empty water skin they left is the cruelest part. A constant reminder of what you don't have. Your throat feels like it's full of dust. Every swallow is agony. You look at the dune. Has it moved? Maybe an inch? Or is your mind playing tricks? A flicker of insane hope. Maybe it will stop. Maybe the wind will change. Day four, the singing. Barshan dunes are known to sing as the wind passes over them. To a man driven mad by thirst and heat, it's not wind, it's voices. Whispers of the people he condemned to death, mocking him. He starts screaming, first for help, then just screaming at the dune. An argument with a mountain of sand. Day six, the touch, it begins. Not a landslide, but a slow, gentle creep. A river of sand. At first it's just a few grains, then a steady trickle. It starts to pile up around your shoulders, your chin. The hope is gone. Now, there is only pure animal terror. The fight for every breath begins. You twist, you struggle, but you are cemented in place. The pressure builds. The end comes quietly. A final surrender, as the sand fills your mouth, your nose, your eyes. The desert takes back what is owed. A week later, the dune has moved on. There is nothing there, no body, no bones, no grave, not even a memory. So why is this so terrifying? It's not the most painful death. It's not the most bloody. The horror of the shifting dune is in its perfect cruelty. It's a punishment that perfectly mirrors the crime. A man tried to kill a community by taking its water, so the community gives him to the sand, the thing that defines the desert. But the real terror is the executioner itself. It's not a man with an axe. An axe can miss. A man can show mercy. A dune cannot. It is the horror of inevitability. Imagine being chained to a train track and the train is 5 miles away, moving at 1 inch per day. You have days to think about it, days to watch it get closer. There is absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. That is the shifting dune. It is physics as a hangman, geology as a guillotine. And finally, there is the erasure. Most killers leave a body, a grave, a marker that says this person existed. The dune leaves nothing. It kills you, it buries you, and then it removes the grave itself. It is the perfect murder, a death with no evidence. You didn't just die. In the end, it's as if you were never born at all. In the harshest places on earth, the harshest rules are born. In the desert, life is fragile, and the ultimate crime is to attack that life. The shifting dune wasn't just an execution. It was a warning, a story told by elder to children to teach them the one unbreakable rule. You do not betray the well. You do not betray the tribe, because if you do, it won't be men who punish you. The land itself will find you, and it will take you back. And now I have to ask, what is more terrifying? A cruel human executioner who enjoys his work, or a completely indifferent natural force that kills you without a single thought?